The magic of media awareness for nonprofit organizations is undeniable. A single story or feature can catapult your cause onto the world stage, drawing in a surge of support and awareness. The million-dollar question is, how do you navigate the mystical waters of media relations for nonprofits? Today, prepare to be bewitched as we dive into some nonprofit media relations strategies that will not only put your charity in the spotlight, but will also ensure your message casts a spell with your audience. We're about to reveal the secrets of different types of media relations, share tips on crafting them, and even unveil the supernatural ways to get them picked up. But that's not all. Stay tuned until the end, where you'll discover a downloadable guide that will serve as your trusty compass on this magical journey, complete with real-life media release examples. So let's get to it. Every magic trick starts with a sense of wonder and amazement. And for nonprofits venturing into public relations, that sense is defined by your goals. Whether you're aiming to pull at the heartstrings of potential donors, rally a troop of dedicated volunteers, promote your event, or just enlighten the everyday person on your cause, your goals dictate your message's tone, content, and medium. Defining your goals, like media coverage to get your event attendees, awareness for a new program, or volunteer drives, aren't just general aspirations. They should be finely tuned, measurable, and aligned with your organization's broader communications and marketing aspirations. Now, depending on what your goal is, the type of release you will send will differ. For example, if your intention is to spotlight a particular issue or advocate for change, a public service announcement or PSA is your tool of choice. Hosting an event listing, or media advisory perfectly fits the bill. The question is, with the plethora of media release types, which one should nonprofits lean into? Well, let's dive into the essentials, and then I'm going to give you some tips for writing them along the way. First up, the press release, also known as a news release. They're meant to announce news, events, or information related to your organization. Often termed the bread and butter of nonprofit public relations, press releases are your organization's megaphone to journalists and media platforms in order to generate media coverage. Media advisories or event advisories. Now think of these as your media event invitations. Media advisories are similar to press releases, but focus more on inviting the media to attend an event or activity your nonprofit is hosting. Public service announcements, or PSAs, serve a different goal compared to press releases. The primary purpose of a PSA is to raise public awareness and provide information about a social issue, public health concern, or community event. So unlike press releases, which are meant to get attention for a specific organization or event, PSAs aim to help the entire community by sharing important messages that can make society better. Op-eds, short for opposite the editorial page, or letters to the editor. Now, I've included these because they are fantastic for positioning your organization as thought leaders, which could potentially have the media calling you as a source, which I'm going to talk about in a sec. These are opinion pieces that provide an individual's, say your founder or executive director, or your organization's perspective on timely news topics or pressing issues. They are meant to express your opinions, viewpoints, or insights on specific topics or issues of public interest. Now, the source letter. You can send a letter to media outlets expressing your interest in being considered as a source for future articles. It introduces yourself or your organization to journalists and editors, highlighting your expertise or areas of knowledge and expressing your willingness to provide insights or commentary on specific topics. Again, these are great for thought leadership and positioning. And finally, a fact sheet, which provides journalists with a cohesive overview of essential facts about your organization or initiative. Its primary purpose is to ensure accuracy in media reporting by offering clear, factual information that can be easily referenced. So now that you've unlocked the secrets of the various media releases, let's unleash the magic of crafting your media message. Before we do this, just a quick reminder to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'm a nonprofit coach, and each week I bring you fundraising and marketing tips heavy on the digital side. Maybe give us a like while you're at it if you're finding some value so far. But anyway, the real magic lies in crafting the perfect message, which includes a few key elements. Every release, no matter its form, demands a spellbinding headline and subhead. So here are some tips for crafting them. Be direct. Clearly convey the main point, but make it engaging. Capture attention and provoke curiosity. And stay relevant. Ensure the headline aligns with the content's theme. And keep it concise, limit the length, but maximize the impact by utilizing action verbs, which help propel the reader forward. Now here's a quick cheat. You can try using headline generators or even ChatGPT to help you if you're stuck. Next up is the hook. A hook is a compelling and attention-grabbing element designed to pique the reader's interest right from the start. It highlights the newsworthiness of your piece. It's the opening that draws the reader in and encourages them to continue reading or pay attention to your message. You can start with a shocking statistic or begin with surprising or thought-provoking stats related to the topic. It should be something that captures the reader's attention and makes them want to learn more. You could tell a story, weave a brief narrative, engaging anecdotes or narratives into your opening. Pose a provocative question that relates to your topic. This can prompt readers to think and engage with your content as they seek the answer. Create intrigue. Tease the reader by hinting at something intriguing or surprising that they will discover as they continue reading. Again, invoke curiosity as a tool by providing just enough information to make the reader want to know more. Make them feel like they're missing out on something important if they don't. Remember that the hook should be concise and to the point. It's meant to capture attention quickly, so avoid lengthy introductions and tailor your hook to your target audience and the context of your message to make it as effective as possible. Now let's dig into specific tips for each type of release. Press releases. Now a press release that is well crafted should resemble a news article in its structure and clarity. Embrace the inverted pyramid. This is a preferred style of professional journalists where you place the vital information up front, followed by supplementary details. This format ensures that readers grasp the core message immediately for those scanners. And incorporate quotes from authoritative figures within your organization. A well-placed quote can enhance your message's credibility and provide a human touch. And go for clarity over jargon. Remove any industry-specific jargon or overly complex language. Your press release should be accessible to a wide readership. Now, media advisory is like a warm and welcoming invite to your event. It spills the beans on what's happening, when it's going down, and why it's worth a look. So think of it as your event's cheat sheet for journalists. So I follow the 5W structure. Who's who, what's the scoop, when's it all going down, where it will be, and of course, why it's the place to be. And if you've got some cool VIPs showing up or unique event quirks, make sure to include them and the info when you do the media release so that they have an opportunity to do interviews and photo opportunities. Now, PSAs, this is where brevity meets impact. Picture your PSA as your nonprofit's elevator pitch. Now, we did a video on that, and I'll link that in the description. But they're all about making a big impact in a small package. Crafting them is akin to comprising a powerful tweet, concise, catchy, and packed with a punch. Get straight to the point and make every word count. Highlight urgency. If your cause demands swift action, convey that urgency. Include a clear call to action. So direct your audience on what to do next, and always include contact information. And finally, optimize for the medium. Crafting a PSA for radio is different than one for print or social media. Now, op-eds. They find their home in newspapers, magazines, and online platforms. And crafting an effective op-ed requires solid groundwork. Timeliness is key. Often they are tied to current events, so ensure your piece is timely and relevant to recent news or ongoing discussions. Have a clear argument and write with passion. Your op-ed should present a clear, well-researched argument backed by evidence. Make sure it's concise and have a strong hook, and end with a call to action. Conclude by suggesting a way forward, offering solutions or urging readers to take specific actions. Now, when crafting fact sheets, these typically include a brief introduction on your organization or initiative, key facts and statistics, quotes, multimedia. Sometimes a fact sheet may have embedded photos, graphics, or infographics to visually support the facts presented, and contact information. And finally, a word on media kits. Think of these as your nonprofit's resume. Media kits are collections of information about your nonprofit included with the press release, fact sheets, photos, and videos. They're often used when pitching a story or at an event to the media and should be well organized and easy to navigate. Now, I often keep them on hand during events and give them to any media that attend as a takeaway. This is all great, you say, but how do I get a media release picked up? One of the most pivotal steps in nonprofit media awareness is pinpointing the media outlets and the right contacts at the right outlet at the right time. News releases and media advisories often go to assignment editors or individual journalists, while PSAs can sometimes go to promotion coordinators, but this can depend on the outlet. So start by grounding yourself in the local media scene. Dive into local newspapers, TV and radio stations, or even online news hubs and trending social media platforms. With this list of potential outlets, it's time for some detective work. Delve deep into unearth the media mavens, the news directors, the editors-in-chiefs, the producers, and even the ever-observant columnists and coordinators. Building a media list isn't just about collection, it's about connection. So reach out, inquire, and interact with these outlets. When it comes time to submit news releases, I head over to my trusted media list and start making calls and sending personal emails with my release and attaching any additional relevant info. I always try and think of things from a journalist perspective. It may be interesting news for me, but why will it be newsworthy for their readers? Why would they cover the story or attend the event? What value does this bring to their readers, viewers, or listeners? Have a good understanding of their content slants and their audience dynamics to do this. Lastly, as you engage with different media outlets, understand their timelines. In the realm of media relations, it's not just about what you share, but when you share. News releases are typically dispatched a few days leading up to your big news or event. Media advisories a week in advance to give media outlets ample time to pencil you in. PSAs are typically 3 to 6 weeks before your announcement or your event. However, these are broad strokes. The media ecosystem is diverse and every outlet has its own rhythm. So understand their specific timelines and customize your dispatches accordingly. And there you have it. We provided the spells. Now it's your turn to conjure the media magic. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be here next week with more fundraising and nonprofit marketing tips. So hit that like, that subscribe, drop a comment, and as always, see you next week.